Beans different.
I was basically
Yeah,
checking
that's
that.
what we call it.
You go to your donor hub file and that your account.
But then that begs the question, are they actually on fire or is it the
So bad. Check it out.
Matt.
Like I know the teachers, so they're all talking to me like,
Yes, but
not leaving.
Oh, those are clouds. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
how dare you? How could you?
Bruh.
I got accosted by several freshmen in my modern ops class previous session.
You did something not important. It's okay.
Oh, wow. You
Wow.
okay.
All right, we're off to a great start.
Harsh. Harsh.
It's harsh love. Harsh love.
But somewhat appropriate. Sorry, I didn't say that. Okay. All right. Any questions? Do you guys have anything we need to talk about? Oh, I do have one announcement. I recorded last session, right? And I thought I published it, put it up on YouTube and put an announcement out. And it was actually I grabbed the wrong one and actually published our very first class session. So, yeah, so it's not the one that you knew. So, anyway, I was just alerted to that fact, and I will fix that as soon as we're done with class and I have a minute to take care of it. So, okay, we are.
I have a 200 megabytes for you, okay? Leave me alone.
But like a core, that's double the what you have.
Yes. You can.
Legally?
Legally.
Okay, we've been trying to install Gentoo. We've got a system up and running off of a live CD. Okay, we've got a system up and running off a live CD. We've configured a disk. We created a couple of file systems, and that's where we ended, right? Okay, so we did this preparing the disk. Let's check that one and make sure that that's where we are. Preparing the disks. So let's scroll down to partition tables, storage, swap space, BIOS, partitioning, BIOS, creating swap, creating the file systems, activating swap, and mounting root partition. Okay, so I've got my firewall up and running here and my Linux Mint system, which I'm using to SSH into it. Okay, so I'm going to SSH back into it. So I think I need to do SSH root at.
I never tried.
I uncaused my pin, caused my firewall. Lost it the same way.
Okay. Has everybody got a command prompt up on their
Live CD.
Gentoo system? Yep. The live CD. Okay. So let's do, let's see, the last thing they wanted us to do was to mount the root file system. So let's check that. Let's do a df command. And sure enough, we've got a mount Gentoo. Okay. dev/sda3 is mounted and accessible under mount Gentoo. Okay, remember, we've got our big directory tree. Okay, our root from our directory tree here is for our live CD, okay? So there's a whole bunch of code binaries that we're executing off of this directory tree, okay? And we've now mounted Gentoo off of a little stub here, and we need to create a whole new system with all the binaries and everything over here under the Gentoo directory, the mount Gentoo directory. So we're running off of this, we need to create this. So that's what we're gonna do now, is we're gonna go in and we're gonna create this. So we don't need to worry about this mount Gentoo temp. So I think we're ready to go on to installing stage 3. This is what we tried to do where we had the website errors, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's give it a try this time and see if we can get there. All right, so I'm gonna click on installing stage 3. Woo-hoo, it worked.
They were down the next day, that was.
Yeah.
You all good?
It's,
Okay, so let's check our date. Check and make sure our date is set properly. Is today November 15th? It's the 16th. Oh, this says 11:05.
Oh, it's an hour behind too. Because daylight savings. Oh, it's because we paused our.
We paused it.
Remember we paused it at.
The pause shouldn't.
Now, hold on, now I updated it. No, it's not updated. It's weird. The bottom right, it shows.
That was way off.
Proper time, but.
Why have you so warm?
That's
No, yeah, the Mint system's fine, the Gentoo.
So I think part of it is that this is on UTC. Okay. We're in what time zone? 6 or 7, something like that, right?
-7, I think. We're 7, yeah. Mountain Standard.
No, that's still not gonna get us there, is it? If we add 7 hours to that or take away. Yeah.
We gotta first get to Tuesday.
Okay, so should we set the date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we set the date? Do date question mark? That doesn't work. So I'm gonna pull up a window on my Linux Mint system. And date. Okay, so here's how we set the date. Okay, we type date. We don't need any of these options. Okay, we specify the month, the day, the hours, the minutes. Month, day, hours, minutes, century, year. Okay, century and year. So we probably don't need that because it does say 2021, right? So that one's okay. So let's just do month, day, hour, minute. Okay, so back over here, we're gonna do date. Month is 11, day is 16, hours is 10, minutes is 16. 11, 16, 10, 16. Okay, so if we hit enter, now the date says Tuesday, November 16th at 10:16. Okay, UTC, that time zone's wrong, but close enough. We'll see if that works. Okay, we actually set the time zone here a little bit later. Let's scroll down a little bit, see what else we need to do. Oh, there's the date. Choosing a tarball, state tarball. Okay, so the thing we downloaded originally was just enough to get us up on a live CD. That's all this stuff that's in our directory tree over here and we're running off of. We want to download the components, this code, okay, a lot of binaries of what we're going to build into our operating system. So that's this stage 3 tarball thing that it's talking about. Okay, so we need to decide which one we're going to use. Okay, there's a couple different options. There's multi-platform ones, 32, 64-bit, runs on either one of those. No multi-lag, all 64-bit, OpenRC, System D. Okay, do you guys remember System D? System CTL commands. Okay, I'm going to suggest that we use OpenRC for this one, just so we get some experience using a different initialization package. Okay, so we use OpenRC, which is the default for Gentoo. Okay, the preferred one, recommended one. Okay, so we can right here, graphical browsers. We have a graphical browser. I'm in one right now. So if we go to this download section, does everybody see this download section here? See where my mouse is pointing? This link here, download section. Click on that. Do a control click, that'll open in a new window. Okay, what this gives us here is it's going to give us a list of downloads that we can that we can install. Okay, these are the stage 3 tarballs that we can use. Okay, so it tells us a little bit about it. This one's based on OpenRC. This one is OpenRC with a desktop profile, so we get a graphical interface to it. Okay, here's a system D with a desktop, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so we're going to use this very first one. Okay, stage 3 OpenRC. So if you right-click on that link, okay, if you right-click on that and do copy link, okay, once you get that link copied, then you can come back over here to your session into the live CD. Oh, we need to change directory. Sorry, we need to change directory /mount/Gentoo. No, we're doing OpenRC. OpenRC. Okay, so do a wget command, type wget, and then Control-Shift-V, and you should paste the URL. Okay, when you did the right click on this thing, you copied the web address to download the file. wget is a program that gets web pages. Okay, the web page that we want to get is this link, which should be a tar.xz file. Everybody get that?
Did you
Okay.
able to paste the link?
If to paste the link in here, you need to do Control-Shift-V. Okay? You need help finding the link? Okay, did you click on the go to, are you on the download media system?
Try to paste it up there.
Try
See if it's
to
there.
Where's the, are you following along with
Go.
the web page that we have?
It's in.
Oh, okay, so we're in installing the Gentoo installation files. So scroll down, right here, choosing OpenRC, download section, right click on that. Oh, well, that's right. Okay, right click on OpenRC. Did you right click on that? Right click on it and click on copy link address and say download stuff. Okay, so now go back to here. So change directories into Mount Gentoo. So everybody's changed directories into Mount Gentoo, right? You need to make sure you're in the Mount Gentoo directory. We need to put this in our new file system. Okay? It needs to go into Mount Gentoo. Yes.
I Control-Shift, but it isn't working.
Then you can go to edit and paste.
VMware edit.
Did that work for you, Sam?
Do we paste the link after the wget?
Yes, you paste the link in there. The link should look like this.
So hitting control in Gentoo.
Okay.
So don't do that.
No, I won't do that.
Okay, if you're not in the Mount Gentoo directory right now, put your hand down. Or raise your hand. Sorry, if you're not in this directory, raise your hand.
Oh, he didn't goof.
You don't do.
In a, how bad of a way?
Gentoo kind of restarted.
Oh,
Oh, your Gentoo system restarted?
yeah.
Okay, so do you remember those commands? So the first command you need to do is when you first log in, you get that etc init sshg start command.
Oh.
Did you make any snapshots?
No, I did not take the snapshot.
Wait, yes. The other even has what you just did.
Okay, everybody else besides Daniel is in the Mount Gentoo directory, right? Okay, does everybody have the command wget? Who does not have the command wget typed in? Okay, who does not have this URL right here? Dominic? Were you raising your hand?
No.
No, you got it? Yeah. Sean, what do you got?
I can't call.
Oh, don't do that. You can't. Are you in, oh, you're in your Gentoo system. That's one of the reasons, that's one of the reasons you can't enable SSH.
I enabled it, but it doesn't work.
You started it, restarted as a service.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Mine's not like working.
yours not working? Okay.
I don't know, she might and it ran it and started and downloaded it. Is that okay? This was. She showed it open.
So right click here. No, not, right on that.
Oh, on here.
Yeah, right up there.
Did you already get an account? Do you have an account? Then why are you trying to use the login thing? I did all this and it said like invalid currency.
He's having a different.
Said invalid currency.
No, it's control the lead. Restarts the Gentoo. No.
So make sure if you got a test manager on your machine.
Hold on just a minute. For those of you who can't get there this way, there's another way to get here. Okay, this is, if you've got this in here, okay, go ahead and click on or hit enter and download it. Okay, those of you who can't paste into this, okay, here's another way.
You can use Google Docs.
Okay, right here, see this command? Okay, type this command.
I hope it happens.
They're already calling you.
Links,
www.gentoo.core/downloads/where.
Yes.
Yes, if the page won't run that, please. Okay, if it didn't work, okay, Rashad, are you far enough along? You're just gonna keep typing that?
It just says, input, output error.
Okay, try this. Links,
How many accounts? I think.
links doesn't go through?
That's what you're doing. I think, pretty sure.
Different versions of Linux.
We're gonna be here all day.
We've got Gentoo with its bullshit.
It's not as bad as wrong.
Then we've got Run with its bullshit. Followed by Ubuntu with its
So do
not as bullshit, but still bullshit.
Well, at least you've got, and there's a menu. That's
Then you've got
good.
Mint.
Yeah.
How's that? How's those
Just type a links by itself.
I just now got them to work.
Oh, wow. Did you do your discs during the install?
And then the two.
Do W.
It started out rough, but then it got better.
So these two are.
Also, I love it whenever you, the Gentoo for some reason.
Oh, restart it.
Restart it?
Restart it.
Yes.
When it brings up that prompt, you're gonna hit any key. Any key. Good job.
Except the escape.
You can hit enter too. Good job.
Just keep hanging.
Um,
So now is it giving me an error? Was it just?
When we get the.
When Gentoo first moved it. Was it enter?
Yeah, just.
Was
Where
it
it says
just
boot, yeah,
enter?
just click enter.
Yeah. Restart it. Do it.
God, do that.
yeah, reboot your system, you're gonna have to go through some of the steps again.
Good job. Let it do its thing. Yeah, you can get rid of the
No,
No, inside the machine. Yeah, so click. Inside.
Okay, give me a second.
I want to get rid of the.
Okay.
Move your mouse.
That's right.
It's master thing. For us, we had a cursor so we could erase the
Okay.
It was downloading.
Wait a minute, how was that?
Yep. So now you can go into your inputs before you put in all the commands right there.
Okay, fantastic. There's actually, now if you give me a second. What? I haven't done it. Do we have to speak until we get?
I think we screenshot Gentoo when we're done.
Okay, so you guys have a.
We did all the rest.
The rest of the. Okay, give me a sec. Let me just review like two products. Just review my files.
1 gig of memory and then.
Is your Mint installed?
16 gig.
Yes, okay.
If you need to, I can just shout that all out. Okay,
Huh?
Workstation.
let me get this. So I don't think we need that.
Cool.
Okay. Who does not have the Tarball stage 3 tar download? Who does not have it downloaded besides me? Is it running?
I just got Gentoo installed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got other
He's
problems.
got other things.
Okay,
Meanwhile.
good luck with that. Oh, so it's downloading.
Yeah,
It's not complete.
It's just
Okay.
not fast.
Okay,
It's running.
okay.
Wrong.
Mine running faster than you?
Yes. You're not, your computer's not the slowest one, mine is.
Okay. Well, it's probably some sort of network.
Yeah.
You know how you have to select a version?
Oh, that needs to be the Linux 5, the top of the, there's a
Others.
generic other Linux or something like that.
It's Linux 5.x.
It's the first, it's the highest top one of the first.
And later kernel, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So, let's see now. Let's, workstation, oh, done. Gentoo's fun. Oh, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not fun. So we just SSH in the thing. We're gonna be probably.
Did you initialize the Gentoo system?
Okay.
I have no idea. I literally just installed it.
So you're gonna. No,
Chick-fil-A is closed on
Christmas
Day.
One processor, one core,
Two processors, one core.
enable virtualization. I don't know, it's just not. Memory in 1 gig, right?
Type in password PASSW space. So you gotta type in, it's an SV complex.
You know, select the size for it.
No.
It's terrible.
But now he because you.
I have no idea.
That's the only thing that's down.
Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need to unpack. Okay, the tarball, we need to explode this. So it got downloaded as a zip file, okay, tar.xz. So it'll compress it back up, we need to explode it. So we can do that with this command here at the bottom of the screen. The easiest way to do that is to copy and paste that command. If you can't do that, okay, you gotta type it in. Okay, you need this tar xpvf. Okay, this whole thing is just the name of the download. So if you just type stage and hit tab, okay, it'll take care of it. That'll fill all this in. We need this x attributes dash include and the numeric owner. We need to include both of those. Okay.
Anyway, now we can get this
Join us as I.
schmutty. Oh, I gotta type all that.
Yeah, I could kind of SSH, not really though. Because the key verification failed.
Oh, okay, so this command, copy this command, SSH all the way out to there, copy that whole line, paste it in.
And then just. It did not. Oh. Oh my God.
You're gonna have to, only thing you have to make all these, you can't do that yet. Because we made a bunch of partitions and stuff, and that's CD'd instead of partition.
Oh, jeez, all right, give me a second.
It's gonna take a
So that removes the key out of your node host file. Okay, so every time you reboot that live CD, it regenerates.
You could have hashtag.
So that's why you have to do this every time you log into it. Okay, so try and SSH into it now. And let's say yes.
Did I need?
Okay. F disk.
Okay, so everybody, let's run this Park man.
Slash SDA.
That's gonna take a couple of minutes.
Okay, so.
The command's right here.
I can't get press to the website.
Oh, you can't get to the website?
You
It's linked in the assignment. Okay, go to the canvas. It's linked in the
primary,
assignment.
and then one default.
It's right here in the assignment.
So press enter.
Okay, and then we're on one called installing
Plus.
I see it here in one.
Installing the Gentoo installation.
installation files, yep.
Plus 256.
And we're down to the unpacking the
After I spent.
Okay,
Press N again.
Yeah.
Another partition. Okay. Primary.
I'm sorry, I didn't. For like a solid 2 hours, so it only took 2 hours.
This time it's.
Maybe I
Okay,
need
yeah,
you
so
to
it
not
looks like
stress.
you
I was just.
Plus 2.
And I kept getting distracted.
And then another new one.
Maybe. I wasn't at work, I was at home.
Okay, so on your other system, did you set
I
password?
was just,
Okay,
thinking,
type password. When did you set password?
like, I
And then.
have to
doing
say
it
to myself,
No, password space.
And
other than
You're trying
hashtag.
to log in.
just put P in to see what.
Nope, nope.
Just put-
Password.
I think about those
Okay,
guys.
now type password.
Newsflash, I am gay. Yo,
So you're.
That's
You're
pretty.
saying-
it's super gay. Like, let me tell you,
Stay up to date
it's
with
damn
whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got all those.
All right, so that's it.
Enjoying
Now we gotta.
Define enjoy.
Gotta.
None of us. Let me know.
How did it not work anymore?
As soon as I got.
Can you go ahead? Yeah, you can do it from the command prompt over there if you want. You just won't be able to.
What do you mean? You fucking restarted. I didn't Gentoo.
Hey, we don't use that kind of language here.
Yeah, but you're trying.
So you don't have to
He said
do
it's an F word.
LSVLK.
No,
Okay, so those
you
are.
can't see that, dude.
This is for
That's not
So you need to. You need to know. Did you need file systems you
I
created?
can't see on Facebook.
Yeah.
Hashtag
You need to
unfollow.
mount SPU.
And I'm gonna tweet about it.
Mount Gentoo.
It's supposed to say.
Yep. Hashtag unfollowed because they said fast.
Love to see
They
it.
said.
Oh, let's look at
I didn't need to click that.
So,
No, that
But it's okay. Yeah.
Mount slash
Yeah,
dev
unpack
slash
the-
SPU3
Things that are packed.
slash dev
Firepack.
slash SPU3
Yeah.
space
Tag the sag. There you go.
You don't have to reset it every time.
Matt, I'm gonna need you to explain.
I think, did they just wipe them all out?
Explain what you meant by.
Yeah, I did.
Slash. and then T slash.
That's why.
We're gonna restart this again.
Slash.
From the top,
Do you want to talk shit? Listen, leaving my chicken this on the table?
You gotta do that.
Okay, so now you need to do that W get.
It's called.
Okay.
Yeah, like me.
Or we need to call it second breakfast. No, Jeremy, you're a 5 hours wheel.
Okay, you're not gonna be able to paste.
At least he's on.
See, that's what.
Bro, what's that? No, it's just saying. We got to start all my.
The links work though.
So, go back, do you have the, this thing, this assignment for this webpage?
I'm 100%.
So dumb. Okay.
You don't know what
Okay, now, MK swap.
You don't know where you can come get wrong.
That's
Slash dev, just the.
I'm in the Air Force. bro.
Yeah.
Do control.
And then this is optional, but I did anyway, swap on, and then dev
I'm
is
going to be the
the.
one who's flying over Kyle Rittenhouse.
There's a.
Yeah, you have to do it.
There you go.
I would hope I could. Systems to try out.
Saturday somewhere. Wait.
Okay,
Yes.
Yeah, but.
did we all get the, trouble unpacked?
Going without
Okay.
the catch up.
Who's still, who needs another minute?
So you're gonna use this command.
Daniel?
Yeah,
Let's wait for Daniel to catch up.
Just to give one more step.
Just do
Daniel,
one.
what is the first?
Come on, Daniel, do
Hold
that.
everyone up.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were actually-
I will kill.
Even though one person did it. Yeah, man, that's how communism works.
Dismount command.
Okay.
So now slash dev slash SDA. MSC.
Yeah.
You won't even know.
All right, thank you. No, I want.
Okay, Daniel's still unpacking the trouble.
The mount is supposed to be dev dash SDA3 instead of mount.
Rusty messed up, everyone messed up.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You won't find.
Oh, I will.
You won't
Still
find.
going for
Let
Let me DF this.
What? Okay.
Okay, good
I
luck.
don't need a screenshot.
It's somewhere in Virginia.
Okay.
I don't need any screenshots until this thing boots up.
West Virginia.
I'm before Eastern, you can probably go in the fridge.
Oh, exactly.
I'm on the coast.
Welcome to the update manager.
And then this is where you CD into the mount.jet.
Here, I'll give it to you.
That you get.
I'm gonna like 5 minutes to work down.
Somewhere.
So the summer.
Okay, now I can do the W again.
No.
Yeah, you have to see.
Oh, okay, so once you,
Go back to your.
once you're in here,
Oh,
go
Yeah, there's a bridge,
to,
I have to cross that.
there's a bridge.
yeah, actually scroll down a little bit.
I'll give you everything to find it.
Keep going.
Yeah, I
CD.
basically just told you exactly what town.
Slash mount.
Because you.
That's funny.
He's
But
got.
also,
Gentoo.
the
Okay.
town that I'm.
And then you can do that W get.
Okay, so here,
Miles.
scroll down.
You go on that
Here's the
website.
USA one.
I got it.
So go to,
Yeah.
one of these HTTPs.
I got it.
Installing the
How big is
Gentoo.
my
Space is
town,
fine.
actually?
My town is
For
near.
HTTP, yeah, that should work. So that-
Now.
Okay, go to releases,
Yeah, here.
My town's not even 500 miles.
go
from
to AMD
It is
64.
288 square miles.
Mine,
Come down.
Download the stage charts.
Stage 3.
5.5
My.
Open up the browser download section.
Oh,
And 200.
My town is 4.82 square miles.
And
You want
right
not the
here.
desktop.
You want to talk shit?
And
Yeah,
then copy link.
tiny. Like
I
200.
think it's this one.
Let's bring this house down.
my
And
town's.
so here we're looking.
I was able to just paste in, if not, you could edit and paste into.
Let me find the tree.
Here, down here, we're looking for.
We have trees. I'm just not telling you about my trees.
Countries. Go down.
Clear, good trees.
Don't worry about it.
Our trees are
Nice. and ask them.
Open
You're
RC.
not looking up.
All right.
Evergreen.
Nope,
You're just
How's
jealous.
that not gonna catch
You're
you
jealous.
up?
Your tree's dying.
Well, we're not even that much further ahead than that.
I know,
So,
Open RC.
just,
It's a multi-million-dollar.
Save it.
Man,
I told you I'm back on the East Coast.
you didn't tell me what
So,
it was, right? I
do you
observed
know
that.
I don't blame
Gentoo?
you.
Okay, if you are there, great. If not,
That's pretty cool.
We have the width to move it.
The Battle of Yorktown. It said 46.
I didn't know that year, but.
I'd rather just cash prize.
When this download, when the download completes. let me know.
Sure, I'm moving.
Good luck. Am I just ready to go?
Oh, I just have it.
I'll be that
Just
ready
ready
through
to
the whole
get
class.
Okay, let's move on.
20 seconds.
We've unpacked the tar ball.
This is the next thing I have to do, which is on the Gentoo side.
still
Yours is still unpacked.
Unpacking the stage. control, so we just gotta scroll down a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Been to Mexico. Been to Mexico City.
Yeah, see, that's what we just.
Oh, you're the error rate. You're the error.
Yes.
Not just running this way.
right mount.
After you have it,
You're not writing.
just run
It's not
this.
right into Control C. You probably are in your, are you exploding it here? Do
Good thing I have, you know.
That's as far as we are.
All right, I have to go, like,
Yeah, you didn't mount your file system.
Why?
Yeah, you know what you said you did?
So help him come out now. So first of all, remove all that stuff.
That's not
Okay.
a, that's a.
Okay.
It should.
Oh,
Don't do this.
So do a delete.
He's already got
I
it.
know how you.
Okay,
talk.
so everything except for this stage 3, you need to get rid of all of those other things. Do an RM-R. So that's two separate things. So space in between
No,
them.
it's
Look, I
not.
have both of my machines paused, so I'm able to scroll, look at all my commands.
RF,
Plus, I messed it
Space.
this outside the
and then start specifying those directories, bin, boot, and so on, et cetera. Not the stage, you want to.
334, but they put it as a.
Oh, yeah, I know you have a great time with us on.
F-254.
Okay. All right,
That's not.
remember the mailman, right, Daniel?
Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, remember, yeah, Daniel.
Okay.
Why?
So what we've done,
This is happening.
what we've done with this download, okay, and this explosion of the compressed file, okay, is, okay, remember my directory structure here that I've been waving my arms around? Okay, we've got the top of the directory, our root directory with our live CD. Okay, this is all the executables that we're running off of. We've created the Mount Gentoo directory and we've just exploded all of this stuff into that directory. Okay, all of this is the source code that we need to compile to build a kernel. Okay, so that's what all this is. All of this looks like the same stuff that's over here. Okay, but it's the new file system that we're created where we're going to compile our custom kernel. So there's a couple things that we need to set up in order for the compile to work properly. So the first thing we need to do is we need to set a couple of flags in a configuration file in this portage.make file. So portage is the package management system under Gentoo. Okay, remember in Rocky, CentOS, Red Hat, we had DNF, okay, which was our package management system. Under Ubuntu and Debian and Linux Mint, what do we use under there? Package management system, apt, yeah, okay. So in Gentoo, the package management system is called portage, but the command that we execute is emerge, okay, emerge. All right, so we're gonna execute a bunch of those commands later, yeah.
Which distribution uses Pacman?
I don't know that one off the top of my head. There's a bunch of different ones, okay? The main ones are the ones we're talking about. Okay, so we need to go into make.conf and we need to set a couple of flags in there. The first thing we need to set is we need to specify the architecture, okay? The machine architecture or the march, okay? We need to set that flag so that it knows what kind of architecture we want to build. and then we need to set a flag for the optimization of the compiler. So here's an example of those down here. Okay, so we want to, what is that directory we want? Okay, we're already in the mount Gentoo directory, so we can specify either an absolute path name like they do here. Okay, this is a full path name or an absolute path name, or we can specify a relative just starting with Etsy. Now, if we just do a relative path name, we need to make sure we leave off this first slash so that we start where we are now and change in this branch of our directory structure, not in the live CD branch of the directory structure. Okay, so we want to edit this file. This says use nano, which none of us are going to do, right? We're all going to use VI. Okay, so yeah, it's up to you, but all right, so I'm going to use a real editor and use VI, and maybe I should spell portage right.
Not by accident.
No, not at all. Make.conf. Okay, so we're going to edit that file. Notice I do not have a slash in front of that Etsy. If I did, I would be editing the version in the live CD. I don't want to do that. Okay, so here is where we have, matter of fact, I don't even think this file exists in the live CD. So we want to change this common flags. I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. Okay, things we need to change, or we need to change this common flags entry, and we need to add a dash March equals native. Okay. The common flags variable needs to include dash March equals native. Yes. Okay, you're probably in the wrong directory. Okay, are you in the Gentoo directory? Do a PWD.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, oh, you haven't exploded the target. So you need to, yeah, so there was a, you have, do you have a webpage? We're working on something.
My hands up, it's like complex. If we do something, we're gonna do complex equals quote dash march native space.
Right now, I just recommend like it's from the Gentoo. Oh, is it the wash them in there? Fair enough.
I also need to change my address.
Okay, so
My original address was 115 their system. When I changed it to
yes, so what directory are you in? You're in that Gentoo directory. You don't need to copy it. Okay, so you need to explode it. So do you have that webpage up? Okay, there's a tar command on there.
No. I need to send it to
No, it's up
Yeah.
yeah, it's up
my mom told me that I need to send it to her.
unpacking right here. That command. So grab that command, type that command in, and okay, so the other thing we need to do here is we need to add a variable, okay, for the make ops. Okay, so this is going to set some performance parameters for our compiler so that it will use 2 threads for compiling. Okay, so we need to add a line down here at the bottom of this section. Actually, you can add it anywhere, it doesn't matter, but it needs to be exactly as it's listed there on the web page. Make ops equals double quote dash J2 end quote. Okay, so we need to add that in there. Okay, there's some instructions on how to figure that out based on how many cores you have, how much memory you have, and that sort of stuff. So this seems to work fine for the compile on this system configured the way that it's here. Okay, did everybody get those 2 changes? We've got the make ops here. Okay, and then up here for common flags, we have the dash March equal native. Okay, make sure that you spell both of these correctly. Okay, you've got the syntax right. There's the double quote over here, a space after it. Okay. Okay.
Man, and I'm not this arrow.
Oh, you're in a subcommand. You've got some sort of do Control C. Control C. Oh, so the reason is you've got a single quote in here, you need another single quote after you missed one of your single quotes. Yeah, single quote in there. No. Okay, so go back to the.
You gotta go to the comment.
So go back to the, where's your webpage? Okay.
That's it? For okay, as long as I've got, that's next.
Okay, go back over.
Oh, no, I'm just trying to install.
Oh, I think you've got an email here. Check that.
Let's go. Sucks. I'm just waiting on the web server to reinstall. Oh, okay. Nice night, you folks on the phone. Yeah, at least.
There you go. Okay.
Honestly, I don't blame her.
Okay. Are we okay with this? Do we need another minute?
I need another lifetime.
You need another what?
Lifetime.
Another lifetime. Oh my gosh. I think we could all use one of those. Okay, we could all use a little change. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this file.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes nice films. It's chilling.
Okay, we got a couple people that are still catching up. We good? You're good? Okay.
That's nice. Okay.
Did everybody get that file edited? Do we need to see that again?
I'm caught up now. I'm good.
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
So after I booted into the kernel, is it okay to restart that drive?
What?
SSH thing.
Do not restart speed.
Oh,
No,
not how to do that because
he's
the next step in the instructions is to have config and then set IP
How did you?
Yeah, but you unpacked it that fast.
Yeah.
Change the root password. Yeah, I did.
Well,
So I guess I just used the NAT network.
I'm still unpacking.
All right.
Okay. All right, we're done with this page, so we need to move on to installing the base system.
Yeah.
Okay, we're ready to move on? No? Who needs a minute? Daniel? Okay. What do you got going on, Daniel?
I'm still unpacking.
Okay. Did you get it mounted?
Yeah.
Oh, now it's okay. So let's do the VI command, and you should be good to go.
It took like 15 seconds.
Keep an eye on it, Jeremy.
Oh,
We're both screwed then.
Yeah. Because you're just scrolling.
No, mine's good. You did good now.
So you can. You got it.
Okay.
If you look at it,
How long is
it's
this?
ready to change.
What's that?
How long is this supposed to take?
If you look at it and then
When you're
the
unpacking the entire
RAM,
operating system.
and then bits and then binary bits
It took
change.
like 6 hours. I don't know what.
No, it's actually had that.
Or like when I unpacked it, it did it like quite.
No, someone got stuff. Someone got stuff.
I think.
If it's right time to like look into something and got
Yeah. It's a virtue.
Oh,
Okay. All right, let's click on installing the base system and move on to the next section here. Okay, this part is fairly critical and something, do you remember that file that we created? Okay, that little sidecar file,
Yes.
okay, that contains some of those commands that we might have to execute. Okay, some of these need to be, we'll get to the point or something seems to be over there. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to select a mirror. Okay, the mirror is like our repository. Do you remember? I don't know if we ever did that. When we installed, did we select X mission for one of our mirrors?
Yeah.
Was that this box or another one?
Yeah, we did for.
We did?
was it Mint?
We did?
Mint, yes,
Yeah.
for Mint. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, so this is similar to that. We're selecting a repository that we want to use for our, for downloading stuff. So you can do this manually. We're just going to use this command. So we'll grab that mirror select command.
We're in Gentoo. We're in technically Gentoo.
So copy that and paste that into your command prompt here. Mirror select -I-O. And let's go ahead and execute that. What that's going to do is pop up this interactive screen where we can select the mirror that we want. There's a whole bunch of them all over the world. Gentoo seems to be more popular overseas than it is here in the United States. But the USA is way down here at the bottom. Okay, pay attention to the type of service that you want to select. Okay, and the location of it. In reality, any of these will probably work for you. I'm going to go ahead and select the very last one on the list here. You can pick whatever you want. You want to download it from Slavonia.
Yeah.
Slovenia. That's what I'm trying to say.
Czechoslovakia.
Yes, all those. Okay, so once you select a mirror, hit enter, and it's just going to update a configuration file on your system. Not a lot happening there. Okay, the rest of these commands here, we're going to create a couple directories. So we can just copy those commands and paste them in here. This is going to create a couple directories again to store and manage our portage repositories. We can just cut and paste those. If you have this web page up, you should be able to grab those and get them executed.
Yes.
Okay, so I did all three of these commands.
Wait, how do you choose?
The mirror select is make directory -parents and the CP command.
Wait, so did you choose anything?
After doing when doing this,
When you click OK, there's gonna, not a lot happens besides a new live prompt.
okay, after you do.
Okay, so I did do that, right?
Yeah, and then you'll just enter the rest.
It's like
There's not a lot that changes.
So, okay.
Yeah, once you highlight it, just click on OK. Or hit enter.
Okay. That's it.
Yeah. What did you have?
Yeah.
So you got your it looks like you have two of them open. Okay, so here, so you're ready to go. So now you need to execute, that was this command, now you need to execute this command and this command.
They pay property. Property.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's it going there?
1, 2.
Hey.
I didn't get your message. So that's-
Yes, I've got all of them set up. Every single one.
Just take a piece of Okay, you rest this into it? Okay, so you tell us the
They were like, what the hell's going on? I was like,
So now you got partition.
All right, everything's looking good. Caught up
Yes.
now.
Do you have
Game
the
two.
With the screenshot of this DF.
Y'all around there. I
So
actually did
scroll down to your-
You can't look at screen. Do it. No.
Like, hey,
I kind of see
Yeah, so,
Last 3 digits unknown.
All right, let's go.
Now, please.
this is the.
8:33 question.
So bro, your connection failed.
I know the connection.
So we're going to-
This was 13 years ago.
Oh, which was. Oh, it's still.
Did you choose the mirror?
Yeah, I did that already. So now I'm just waiting.
So, they do, so here they do, the creation. So once you get in here, you don't have anything on it.
What?
Anyone who's ever put in a word.
Okay, so at this mode clear, and then actually start.
This database is fucked up because of
By
that.
following these instructions.
I'm fixing it,
Okay.
because it's slow as fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Ramsey, what? Have you ever worked security at the gateway?
Work security, just not as a gateway. Please.
I'm blaming anyone who's worked security for this database disaster.
It's your problem. We're security, you're a security, what are you talking about?
Oh, okay, you get a pass.
Sorry, what?
Alright. It was a time in his life. He was making a living.
Okay.
I respect it. Just needed money. Just needed money. Just needed money.
Somehow that seemed a little more respectable than working at McDonald's.
That is facts though.
That is facts.
I unfortunately.
It was a strange time.
I unfortunately didn't have a strip club, so I had to work that.
Okay, what we need to do now, okay, now that we're in our Gentoo directory, this is gonna be our new system, okay? And we've got everything set up. We need to actually mount the file systems from our live CD onto our Gentoo system, okay? There's a bunch of file systems that we're gonna need. What we wanna do is we want to, eventually, what we're trying to achieve is this mount Gentoo directory with all of our new stuff. We want to make that our new root directory. Okay. All right. Okay. So we want to create or put enough information in there so we can execute code from that system rather than the live CD. So there's a bunch of structures out here in the live CD portion of our file system, like the proc file system. Okay. Everybody remembers the proc file system, right? Okay, it contains information about our running processes. Okay, the dev file system, the devices that are attached to the system. We want to make these directories and structures available into the new system. So when we change in here and we're running off of the code in here, we still have access to those devices. So we need to execute this set of commands that is going to create links that allow us to access these old structures, okay, the existing structures from the running system in our new directory structure. Okay, so each one of these commands we need to execute. These commands will need to be executed every time you reboot your Gentoo system if you don't get it to boot completely the first time. So if you have to go back in and boot off of your live CD and go through this process again, each one of these commands is going to have to get executed. Okay, that is why I created a second, I opened a second window here. Where did it go? I think it was this one. There it is. Okay, that's why I created this file on my Linux Mint system with these commands. Okay, see, here's these mount commands. So I can just grab all of these and copy and paste them into my, my Gentoo system. Since you haven't done that, you either need to copy them and paste them into a file, okay, or
Did you get it?
Or just
Or copy them one by
open
one.
your-
What's that?
You can just open the website on your VM.
Yes, if you have Linux Mint open, yeah, you could copy them in there. Yes, did we skip that one?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay. That one's probably less important, but yeah, we probably need. No, yeah, we do need that one. I did skip that one. Okay. Copy all of these over to our system here. I'm going to do a Control-Shift-V
What? Did you?
and paste them.
Or did you get that CP command from?
That CP command was actually up a little bit further. Somebody mentioned that I skipped it. That one needs to be executed as well.
The CPDNS command.
Yeah.
Yeah. Giovanni.
My change root build.
I mean, in theory.
Let's go.
All right, let's.
Something wrong. What? Maybe yours didn't work. I'm like, mine was still selecting the shit, so.
So we just copy and paste all the commands you read.
Yeah. I'm doing it one by one.
I'm just copy and pasting all of them.
I'm doing them all one by one. Cause I like to hate my life.
Honestly, same.
Can we just do like this?
No. Oh, wait, probably.
That's what he did.
Just because he.
I don't know, run it, see what happens.
I mean, it seems like it.
Worst that happens, you lose your system.
That's what happens at work.
Best that happens, you it works, you know?
And you save like a minute of your time.
I mean, it seems like it works though.
And then it worked.
Yeah, I don't think any of these are supposed to spit out. We're making slaves, oh, I don't like that.
Hey, wait, where the hell is it?
It's
Like, you scroll down a little bit, you see it.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no. Jeremy,
Yeah, what else?
what's up? What's going on, bud?
No, what?
We're vibing.
Are we?
We're doing something. How about that? Can I disclose if we're doing anything?
No.
Can I disclose if it's going good? No.
I'm sorry, Jeremy, are you?
Can I disclose when I'm happy? No.
Space.
Hashtag friends.
Sure that. Space. Slash and slash back.
I have, oh no.
Nike push release of Travis Scott's latest sneaker.
That's it?
All because I had freaking control.
Bruh. Why would they be making a sneaker with period?
People can just say anything better.
I should go random events at a price like
Yeah.
that was kind of cool though.
I don't know, I just don't buy things from celebrities because they're celebrities and I hate celebrities.
So you're not here to dive in, no.
No, sorry.
You said that was specifically about in your heart.
You see,
I think it sucks if you just press enter, doesn't it?
Deadpool.
I'm sure.
I did that. That is suppressing some things over here, like, bruh. You wanna talk about that?
Are you on that selection now? You good, bro?
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm just really tired.
Yeah, I've already done
How about you just go to the
Yeah. He's got more important things to do, like set up his firewalls.
I can do that when he wakes up.
No,
Because by the time I wake up to go set the firewall, that's going to be over. Okay, it's annoying.
I don't know, that's a good
and
question.
you would have to,
You
you know,
could,
go to work,
you should be able to look at the file that it creates.
which is depressing in and of
It gives
itself.
you the reference.
I don't know what's going on
Or what?
Neither do I. I'm just over here merging records and I hope it's not affecting the file.
My guys are like, yeah, you're like,
I don't know if you wanna help him.
Coworker. One of my coworkers.
So mine is not gonna be connected in the I'm running this command.
Okay, cannot.
But I still screwed up and I told them, you know, I'm free,
You execute the command just above it.
so that was my.
There was another command, there was a
Yeah.
OK Dirk command.
Yes, I did do that.
Okay.
So he's going. Messed up there. And I finally told my My other coworker, my schedule. No, that one's fine. He was the one that's supposed to tell me.
Oh.
Did you type it in?
Plug in.
Yeah, he typed it in my hand.
Oh, I see, find your typo.
I got that.
Found
Yeah.
property.
Did you?
Criminal damage to property. It wasn't in this command, it was in the command before it.
Yeah, now you gotta do all
No,
that.
this is from 2009.
Oh,
No, that's a classic Monday.
Okay, I think the last thing that we're gonna try today, because we're almost out of time, we've got a couple people who are stuck on some things. The last thing that we want to try is we want to execute this change root command. Okay? Okay, we want to try and execute that. We want to change root /mount/Gentoo/bin/bash. Okay, what that's going to do is that's going to get us into that new environment. So ch.
I think you're already in it.
Okay, you
Oh, I
already.
already changed root in it, yeah. Okay, so now if I do a pwd, pwd, okay, it says I'm in the root directory. Okay, I'm really in the mount Gentoo directory, but I've reset my root from up here with the live CD and my subdirectories here. I've reset my root to this lower directory, okay, to this subdirectory. Okay, so in order to remember where we are, we're going to execute a couple of commands in here so that we change our prompt so that we know we're in our change root directory. So we want to do a source command on /etc profile. This is going to read our environment variables and everything from the new environment. Okay, and we want to do this export command to reset our prompt. Our primary prompt is PS1, and we want to reset that so that we have change root in parentheses and then whatever our old PS1 was set to. Okay. The braces that are around the command here are, in this instance, optional. Okay, I chose not to include them, so both of these commands are equivalent. You'll learn more about that when we get to the bash shell command. What's that?
It would be fine if we do keep the brackets.
It's fine if you do keep the brackets, yeah. Yeah. In this case, they're optional. So when I hit enter on this command, it's just going to change my prompt. So now that I've got change root in my prompt so that I know I'm in a change rooted environment. Okay, so at this point, I think we're going to stop, call it a day. See if we can clean up some of the stragglers who are having problems getting things to work. So from here, let's go ahead and pause our system, maybe do a snapshot just in case. And you're free to go if you don't have any problems. Those of you who do have problems, stick around.
I think I know my issue.
Okay.
So I downloaded the 32-bit version, so I think that might be the problem.
That could very much be the problem. Yeah. Okay.
I just need help with that.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and save this. Pause it.
Okay, so
If you want to do a snapshot, that might not be a bad idea.
I got that last one.
And we'll pick up from here tomorrow.
Not you.
right here, you can add this.
What did you do? I recreated the whole.
You don't have an IP address for 33.
I have a question. Did you use the Geneva convention? I went through things like the Geneva check. How to make sure you go through it.
All of it. Yep, that's it.
I was directing that out, but indirectly. To have the Geneva convention used as a checklist against.
Wow.
I just think.
So this was.
Oh my God, bro. This is one of those times where say less actually means say less. Well, that was at the start. No, dear God.
so that it's tied to that one.
I think login was dispatch.
Before.
You're gonna break
This
it.
all the time.
Extra Chris.
So we need,
What, can you think you're,
Okay.
can you think you're?
I think you'd be good.
Right back.
Okay.
Did you try your man?
As soon as I'm done, snapshot.
Are you caught up?
Yes.
Okay. Brutal day?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what about SSH? How does SSH going?
Yeah, I still need that SSH. That's not important. As of
You
now.
know what, I'm gonna log out and deal with this in 4 hours.
Deal with it.
All right, so I made all the partitions.
Okay, you're okay.
I can't get started at work until they tell me.
I'll probably.
Till then.
He tried, like you said, I tried.
Yeah, if you'll do that.
Hey, yo. It's taking a time to take a snapshot.
Yes. Go back in.
Literally, it takes a snapshot, goes from cheap. It goes from cheap to setting your entire fucking machine. Yeah.
Are you guys going home?
So wait, what do you guys think? So just. That's what I did, because I know that's wrong.
This sweater's really good.
It doesn't matter.
Not necessarily a fan
The thing is when you go to turn.
It's too hot.
I don't even call it.
Too much. Oh, Snapchat working again? Then finally start working. I was having problems at the beginning of class. Now they're working.
86.
Now we're doing good. Things now. Having lunch.
I didn't like when I went to the.
I need to get back home. And that's the challenge.
And then it dropped. So I lost it.
So now you. And this one now. Okay, so
What's she doing?
okay, so now you can start a class. So, what is this?
Oh my God.
So if you go back to the. Okay.
I make it fast. On slash slightly paying attention earlier. Like sometimes you shouldn't use that slash because it's writing the actual line disk instead of the.
Right, so that's not till you get to the point where you're worried about that.
Okay.
You're not worried about that yet. Okay, so do the same command with the 3 at the end.
Alright, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, so now you need to create your swap space.
Mine was doing lunch.
Wait, did we just do that?
Did you do it? So you allocated space for it, but you didn't create it. So here you allocated space for the global file system, but you didn't create it. And this is where you create it.
Okay.
So you need to do the same thing for your swap space. So when you create a swap space.
Do that. To make swap. And then swap on after.
Yep.
Okay. Make swap. Slash div, slash.
Is that working for you?
Yeah. I just need help with.
Yes. It's a 4-star. It's a 4-star.
Let's go.
It's a 4-star. It's a 4-star?
It's a 4-star. I know. Okay.
I just need to give you my.
This. But I end up saying that.
I'm aware.
I even, so let's go look at your. Show me your notebook diagram really quick.
Keep going.
Okay, so management, you should have one on that, or you should have one on the 10.9.
Yes.
Okay, so
I do from a small town.
My lucky man.
But Reno's only an hour.
Is it logo?
No, yeah. Smaller than Franklin.
I'm in the Sunbelt and right next to it.
okay, so you got minus 33 on 80 that would that's your net that we're and 34 back down when I got that. Okay, so can you ping me? Okay, so your net next connection works.
My only problem with my other one, or my, is,
I think,
yes, I
Okay,
have the,
so, and that's right here.
yeah, I have it right here. It's on, but it has no.
Okay, so you, this is a static IP address that you have to.
And you leave with nothing.
So you need to configure static IP address, so if you, wait, go back,
Take a field.
you can do it right in here. So you need to
Data center, A+.
shrink this down a little bit so you can see the window.
And then just go.
There's some
By the time I got
configuration stuff down at the bottom of it that you're not setting right now. Scroll
Doesn't
down.
have all the way to-
There's a configuration screen.
That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about.
So IPv4, look at the details, look at the other ones really quick. Look at the other tabs up here, sorry. Put them details, security, identity.
I think we only did this.
Okay, so go back to identity.
Okay.
So you can set the MAC address here. Oh, you can set that. You can leave each other.
This one.
That's 34, okay, that's fine, let's connect automatically, so you're good, so go back to that IPv4. So you need a, maybe change that. There you go.
I want to do that as well.
No?
Yeah. And it's supposed to
Well, you
be.
can over diagram.
Oh, no.
This is on the 10.9.9 network, isn't it? Spell the portfolio.
So I told my friend, dude.
Does it have to have the /24 there?
Stuff ultimately.
No, that's what this field is for.
Well, you said not to do
this star.
No, you need to put something here. You need, you didn't need to put 255, no, you need to put 255s, or you need to put, try 255.
And they push the hardware on time.
Yeah.
Yep.
No gateway?
The gateway, we're gonna set later, so.
Okay.
I think that should be good, so go ahead and apply that.
Okay.
And,
It's like an online community for artists.
okay, so now it's got an IP address, so go back to your command prompt, and let's do IP space A.
Oh, no, you're right, it's full. Oh, they're going to find
Do I have to reset the name?
Okay, there's an IP address, this one still has an IP address, so the only thing you need to worry about is can you still ping
I
Google?
would just send you the link. Once it loads, I'll send it to you and you can take it.
Yes.
Good,
Cool. Good. That was the only problem. If I
So you
figured
can-
that the screen was too big, and I had to scroll down, I would have.
Yeah, something.
yeah, that's, they hide that way down at the bottom, that happens to me fairly frequently, I'm like, wait a minute, I know I've got a configuration thing here somewhere.
All right, so I basically got to the point we started on today and I mounted dev SDA3 to mount Gentoo.
Perfect.
So now we do the tarball stuff here. So
Yeah,
I'm
so,
pretty sure that I already checked and the date is correct.
I gotta tell my friend.
Yeah, 11/27,
okay,
2021, November 16th.
okay,
So,
so, here you need to actually change directory settings and mount Gentoo directory.
okay,
That's it, a long time ago.
There's a,
And then you need to go find that stage 3 tarball link.
okay.
Are you SSH through or?
Yeah, I'm in Linux Mint right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and enter a session here.
With Fire.